Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the BBO NYG Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Jules. That's Vin. John is in Austin, Colorado, wherever that is, for this weekend. All right, guys, let's just start off with the bad news real quick. Giants game we played, we lost Neighbors. Let's not beat a dead horse. Out for the year, of course. That's just our way. We can't have nice things. That's Giants fans. We lose our number one weapon, and that's going to be hard for the rest of the year. So, your thoughts quickly on that?
Well, let the fucking hater go first. According to Vin, we're better without him.
Right, he loves it.
I never said that.
He loves this injury.
He's super talented, probably the best player on the offense. However, he hasn't really proven anything in this league. I have one word for, like I said in our group chat, inevitable. It was inevitable for the way he played. He demanded a lot of targets. He got those targets. It just sucks that we didn't get a chance to see our new quarterback with our star wide receiver, a nice young foundation. I feel like everything, we're trying something new and something gets taken away from us. I really believe we're down there like the Jets.
It happens every year.
Yeah, we're like a cursed organization. Will Neighbors be, I saw something about how eerily similar it was to Odell Beckham's injury from LSU, playing against the Chargers. I can make that comparison. I see your reaction there, Jules. But at least Odell proved a little bit more. But I think what happened with Odell, year 3, year 4?
It took a few years before the injury started.
So Neighbors is talented. What's he doing leaping for an uncatchable ball the way he was? He does that a lot. He did it an awful lot. So I kind of knew an ACL tear was pretty much in his future. You know what I mean? And it won't be his last, probably. So you can make all those faces you want. It happens to many receivers that are dynamic like that. It does. It's like Tommy John for these pitchers. It's an ACL tear for these receivers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it is what it is. It sucks about the timing, and I hope he gets back. I hope it humbles him a bit. I want to be clear with you too.
It's Vin, hold on. Let me just say something real quick.
Yeah.
I know you want to say humble, but when Jackson Dart scored that first touchdown, Neighbors was one of the first guys there celebrating with him.
Yeah, because the energy was electric.
You know what I mean? I think he's a great teammate. But yeah, go ahead, finish your thought.
I want to be clear. I think his talent, I would never question. I think the kid's talented. He's the best offensive player we have. But what I don't like is all the prima donna shit that I already see. I've seen it before. Like the Yankees. I've seen this act before. You know what I mean? Like we kept that Red Sox team in it. Like I've seen the Neighbors thing before. It's Odell all over again. We're from the number to the way he was with the coach, whether he's dead man walking or not, he's still the coach of the team. Like there's a lot of stuff that I don't like out of Neighbors' personality. Now you pulled something out that, I agree, that's pretty good, but I think he's going to be wishy-washy. Like last year when we were playing Washington, I couldn't stand the fact
you won't see him
that he
for
was
like
over
a year.
there sucking off Jaden Daniels the way he was. And it's like, oh my God, like give it a rest. I get it, you guys went to college together, but he's kicking the living crap out of us. Go ahead, Jules. Say what you got to say. I don't really like Neighbors like that, but he's very,
and they both
very
made the big fucking show, and it was week 2 of the NFL season, and they were playing against each other. What? You're gonna tell your boy go fuck himself because you got drafted a different fucking team?
Dude, the game was still going on. The game was still going on, and you're on that sideline. You can't wait till after the game to text the guy. Like, what are we doing here? I'm a hardcore Giant fan. I don't want to see them. I don't like them trading jerseys. This ain't soccer. This is the NFL. This is the NFL.
Watch any of Jaden Daniels. The guy's talking to everybody. He talks to fucking everybody. That's his game. He talks to defensive players.
Somebody just came out where he was like, I don't like him because he was talking to me. Who just came out that said that?
Yeah, I forgot exactly. I forgot who said that actually.
Who was it? Trader, do you know who said it? But somebody just came out like, I find J.D. Daniels to be weird because he like tries to be my friend. Yeah, he's like, I'm your opponent.
Probably his mom.
So like, yo, you go and attack neighbors. Yo, fucking Jaden's just as much to blame. That's a
no.
Takes two.
I'm attacking the guy that's on my team.
So like, you think Washington fans? But you think Washington fans are like, oh my God, why are you talking to that Giant?
Do you know why, Jules? Because they were winning. They kicked our ass. They were winning.
They didn't kick our ass. They fucking barely beat us. We didn't have a kicker.
They won.
Like, we didn't have a kicker 2 weeks ago. And fucking we dropped the fourth
again. I wouldn't have an issue if it was after the game. After the game, you want to have a conversation.
But that's what he does.
You want to have a drink? Go for it.
My point
not during the game.
But that's my point. Oh, so all right. So your boy that you played 4 years with in college was your roommate. And all of a sudden, he comes up to you in the middle of the game and starts talking to you like, nah, bro, save that shit for later.
Yes, he's dead to me.
Get out of here, dude.
No. Again,
he's dead to me, Jules.
Jules, you can't really argue this because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels was on his sideline with his hands like this in the pads, chilling. Yeah, he was talking.
My point is,
my problem is Malik neighbors. Going over to that sideline.
Yeah, but he ran away over there. It's not like he walked across the field in the middle of the game. It was like, yo, bro, downed him up and walked away. He ran a play there. Jaden was standing there. They talked a little bit. And they ran back to their huddle.
You're okay with it because you're Mr. Nice guy.
That I'm okay with.
He dapped him up. He hugged him. It was like, it was all.
He was clutching his fucking cup, making sure
the game was properly. The game was so bad for the Giants. That's all they showed. They showed that shit for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because bro, that's the whole point.
They do. Yeah,
everything
they blow it up.
New York gets put under a fucking microscope.
They do blow it up.
But you're okay with it though. You like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Everything in New York gets put under a magnifying glass.
That's true.
One thing you want to bring up baseball for a hot second because you mentioned Tommy John surgeries, you mentioned the Red Sox, you mentioned all this shit. You know what the most consistent fucking team in New York is? The fucking Yankees. So what? They didn't win a World Series.
Oh God,
they're the most consistent team.
This is a Giants podcast, Jules.
The playoffs 8 straight.
Ben, you shouldn't have mentioned it.
Dude. 8 straight seasons. All right. But yet,
I'm cutting this out.
Let me make this point. The point of it is that even when a team does that in New York, we still find something wrong. We still have fucking faults to it. We still don't applaud it. We still can't accept it.
Can I just give some rebuttal to this?
What a guy does in New York.
Maybe Boone should coach the Giants. Maybe we should.
There's going to be guys that said he did nothing wrong. And he's going to
Can I give some rebuttal to this?
An asshole for throwing it.
This atrocious stuff that Jules is talking.
It's ridiculous.
Real quick. We got to get off the neighbors topic.
Jules. You're talking some hot garbage right now, but
here we go.
Your standard.
You want to throw Buffalo in there? You want to throw Western New
York? Your standard with the New York Yankees is pathetic. It's absolutely
pathetic. That's the point. Yeah. You just proved my point.
No.
Of course you did.
They need to win championships. They need to win.
Oh my God!
They're a championship.
It's championship. You know how many fucking teams would suck dick to fucking win to go to the playoffs 8 straight seasons? And
that's not the Yankee way.
Every fucking year.
That's not
really. So you'd rather be the Mets, who spent all that money on Soto, and fucking get knocked out of the playoffs?
No, I'd rather be the Dodgers. I'd rather be the Dodgers.
The Jets, who haven't fucking won a Super Bowl.
I'd rather be the Dodgers.
Who knows what year it was?
I'd rather be the Dodgers. I'd rather be the one.
All right, guys.
Bro,
listen, the Giants. The Giants will never.
Remember the Dodgers in the early.
The way the Giants are going,
they were nowhere.
The way the Giants are going now will never be that way. Anyway, we did have some momentum. We had some energy in MetLife for once. For God's sakes, I think we seen it. I don't know who said it in the text message, but when Jackson Dart played and he got knocked out for a couple plays, and Russell Wilson had to come in for like 3 plays, he looked so slow and old compared to Jackson Dart. I give a lot of credit to Jackson Dart for the game. I think he played an okay game. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't great. But before we go into Jackson Dart, because I know everyone wants to hear about him, I got to give a shout out to Cam Scatterbo, bro. Like, not just for the running, but goddamn for the blocking. I haven't seen blocking like this from a running back since probably Barkley in maybe I think it was 21, 22 when Barkley led the league in blocks.
All right. Can we just make a rule for the rest of this podcast? No more comparisons to former fucking players, all right?
No, I'm
Fucking
trying to prove
now I
my
gotta hear
point,
about
Jules.
Barkley
I'm
again.
trying to
We're
prove
gonna
my
bring up
point.
Daniel
Let me prove
Jones.
my point, Jules. Okay, I
About
know you're
somebody
upset about the
else.
Yankees.
Bro.
Okay,
Like, can we
you're
talk
a
about
little,
Phil Simms and
you're a little
fucking Lawrence
crazy.
Taylor next?
Okay, but I'm trying to prove a
Right.
point. I haven't seen blocking like that since a running back in so fucking long, and it's been like that. If you look it up, I'm telling you, Barkley led the league in blocks in like 21, 22. Ben, look it up. You're a fucking computer guy. Look it up right now. I'm telling you right now. You are. You just became the computer guy right now.
Thanks.
So that's it. I'm telling you. But listen, all jokes aside, Cam was blocking motherfuckers left and right all day. A monster, dude. I loved it. If you watched the game tape, just watch it again and just watch him. My God, he was, he had people like above his shoulders going back on the ground. It was fucking fantastic. I love that dude. I got to get that guy's jersey, man. He's a stud.
I mean,
Great
listen,
pick by Joe Shane. I know I knocked Joe Shane, but great pick.
Honestly, like, you're right. I mean, considering that he's a rookie and he missed time with an injury in camp and everything else,
Yes,
to pick up the NFL pass blocking like he has is like unique. I mean, you don't see that often from rookie running backs. And then to do it with such precision, like you said, he was lifting dudes that have been, like, he's hitting motherfuckers. That dude can fucking hit. He's one tough fucking dude, bro. There's no question about that. And yeah,
who does he remind you of, Jules?
Huh?
Who does he remind you of? Does he remind you of Mike Wallstat?
A little bit. But you know what? You know what he kind of reminds me of? If you took Mike Allstat and Christian McCaffrey and they made a baby into a person, that would be this kid, I think. He's not as fast as Christian McCaffrey, but he's definitely faster and more elusive than Allstat. But he hits way harder than I think than Christian McCaffrey does.
Not
you know
as
what I'm trying to
big
say?
as
So I
Allstott.
see a lot of that in him. I don't know if this is going to be continuing. I don't know how long he can keep this up because, when dudes hit like that, I mean, unless he turns into like Jerome Bettis or somebody like that, because that's another fair comparison of a guy that I could see him being as far as a player is concerned. I don't know if he's on that level just yet. And Jerome Bettis was a lot bigger of a dude. But, man, the kid's shown me a lot so far in just a couple of games.
Ben?
My only issue is I love Scatterville. I love the pick for when it was made. I'm a big fan. My only issue is he's small. He's undersized. Like, you could play that powerful game and it could hype us up. But
that's why he slipped.
The NFL is the NFL. You know what I mean? And he's going. What is he? 5'9"? Like he's a smaller in stature. Like he runs like Allstott, but he's much smaller than Allstott.
Maurice Jones-Drew?
A little slower. But also Jones-Drew had a bigger frame to him. He had those quads that were huge,
Yeah.
But he was short. I don't know. You mentioned blocking. I liked what I saw out of the offensive line. I think the offensive line was efficient. I thought they did there were no pressures on the left side.
Andrew Thomas played.
Andrew Thomas,
he's back.
The whole game is like such a difference. Oh my God! Like
night and day.
Russell Wilson needed Andrew Thomas there. You know what I mean? Like
he needed 5 Andrew Thomases.
Yeah, the guy is just so good and so automatic. The right side gave up some pressures. Illuminor gave up like about 2 or 3 pressures, I think. But and he's my guy. Okay. I feel like we need to.
Yeah, but he was also going against Tutualoa, who's pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he had a tough matchup all day.
No, we beat a good team. The Chargers are well coached. That's a good team. We took all out early. I don't know if you want to get to the defense. Go ahead, Trina. Go ahead.
No, if you want to talk about defense, go ahead.
I thought the defensive line did their thing. I love Burns. I feel like Burns is not getting enough press here. Burns is doing his thing. He's got 5 sacks. Other than the Cowboy game, the defense really has kind of shown up overall in all these games. You know what I mean? Dex is the man taking on the double teams. Bobby, we had a Bobby O'Creaky sighting. Like he actually, I love Bobby O'Creaky. I want to see him do good. Carter with a beautiful sack. Even Thibodeau gets in on the fun.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Hate the secondary. I hate the secondary.
Can I ask you a question about the pass rush? Now, are you that confident in the pass rush, or is it just because Chargers lost another tackle in Joe Alt and that kind of dictated the way their offense
I'm
played.
I'm not a believer just yet because Shane Bowen still is our defensive coordinator. And I don't like the secondary. So I don't know if the pass rush can kind of keep that sort of energy for 4 quarters. I gotta see more of it. I need to see more of it. I need to see I don't like the secondary. I think
I get that.
Deontay Banks is a total bust. Like, get him out of here. I think Cordell Flott's okay for what he is. Dane Belton's okay for what they are. But those guys are backups. Like, they should be backups. Newbin, I'm on to him. I think he's been
He
playing
played
like
good.
crap. I don't know.
He had a
He
couple
has
of nice
some,
plays.
I don't know. He hasn't been very good. I didn't like what I saw. I think Drew Phillips, who I do like, I think he gets picked on by offenses now. They go after him, and I feel like he's in a rut right now. And then who else? Debo. I don't know. Like,
He's pretty solid. You don't hear if you don't hear about him, you know he's
yeah,
doing something right.
right. He's
You know,
probably the best one, but our secondary, I think we got some issues going on there. And it's like
Jules,
pass rush to help them.
I know. Jules, what do you think? You think it's the defense stepped up, or you think it's more to do with Chargers losing another tackle? So
think
losing
it's a
both tackles
combination
is
of the
hard.
two. All right. If you look and you go through the whole year, right, Washington's offensive line has gotten better, especially with them adding Tunzel at left tackle. That offensive line is gelled. It's very similar to what we said with Andrew Thomas. When you can have less pressure and you know that less pressure is coming from one side, it makes the rest of that offensive line better. So when we go up against a good offensive line, we're kind of evenly matched. We don't really seem to get as much pressure. We don't seem to get as many sacks. I mean, we know we were putting Jaden under a little bit of pressure, but then you saw week 2, we were all over the place against fucking Dak because that offensive line isn't what Dallas was accustomed to, right? And then you go to week 3, they have a pretty good fucking offensive line in Kansas City, and it's Pat Mahomes who knows how to maneuver around. So, yeah, if we go up against like offensive lines that are average or less, this team is going to look fucking dominant. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
I
we
agree.
do have that advantage. Right. It's when we go against a Philadelphia. That's going to be our true test with this defensive line because now it's going to be strength against strength, and we'll see who comes up.
I agree.
And then that's when it'll come down to coaching, being prepared, and everything else. So I can't really say that it's all the line. I think we got a lot more pressure, and we were in Herbert's face a hell of a lot more because of the injuries, of course. I mean, they lost out in that game. Like they were already kind of, making adjustments after they lost it with Slater. But now all of a sudden, he was all in the game.
It was tough.
You can't just adjust like that. You need at least a week or two to recover. And they didn't have that. So, yeah, I mean, of course, that helped. That definitely helped us with looking like fucking, what's his name was fucking calling some of the best schemes ever on defense and getting all this pressure. Sure, some of that was coming from it. But like I said, I really, truly believe that this defensive front against average to weaker offenses is going to dominate. Against the better or above, we're going to kind of have.
I agree.
Finally, you said something I agree with. Now, there's a smart.
I agree.
There was a smart, profound statement. Finally,
right. Jules does come prepared, but let me tell you about this, guys. Like now, our offense with Jackson Dart, we only scored 21 points. We held them back. Remember, in the game, Dexter Lawrence did have that pick. He ran it back to the fucking 1.5 yard line, and we couldn't get in. We had to settle for a field goal. That's the problem here. Like I have with this Giants offense, like 21 points. Yeah, it's nice, but normally we lose games like that. If Chargers had any kind of like offensive flow late in the game, yeah, we stepped up. We made some plays. We're at home, great, but it's not. I don't know. It doesn't really like that offense. Just still, I don't know. I don't have any confidence in it.
Well, I wanted to throw one more thing down on the defense because you know what, we spend so much time speaking about offense, and it's the worst part of our team. Brian Burns is tied for the sack leading right now in the NFL. He's tied for 5 with what's his name, Garrett, for sacks in the NFL. All right, you know what I mean. So you're right. He's not getting as much fucking notoriety that he should be getting. I think Abdul Carter, if I'm not mistaken, is tied for first for pressure. For quarterback pressures, I think he is number 1. You got to check out PFF.
He's limited in snaps. He's
limited, right? He's just started.
And when he does play, they put him in coverage a lot.
Yeah, they put him in coverage. Dropping back and play a little bit of both because he played some linebacker in college. You know what I mean? So like, it's a little bit of an adjustment, especially with McFadden being out. Look, I get it. The offense, honestly, is the play calling because how do we come up and design a great fucking shuffle pass like we did, which was fantastic? I was like, holy fuck, where has this been? And we threw a couple of slants to neighbors, and we're opening up the offense. And then all of a sudden, Neighbors goes down, and we go back into our shell, and we can't move the fucking football unless Dart breaks a big run or Scatterable runs somebody the fuck over.
Right.
Well, they for whatever reason, they just can't. The play design is not there offensively. That's why we get caught up in the end zone. I mean, bro, you see this shit? Look at Dallas and Green Bay. A fucking 40-40 fucking tie. That fucking, again, they turned it into the second half where defense didn't even fucking play. And Green Bay was supposed to have one of the better defenses in the league. And then fucking Dak's coming down the field without CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm trying to say? They fucking outcome all these teams.
Right.
You know, CeeDee Lamb, they fucking answer. Look at the 49ers. We want to talk about being cursed. Then they know the team get more injuries than the fucking 49ers. All right, their whole fucking
the last couple of years
before got hurt this year. All right, you look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay lost Mike Evans. Next man up is Mbuka, their rookie. Oh, they got Chris Godwin back. They targeted him 10 times. You know, teams survive injuries all the fucking time because good coordinators know how to design plays around the personnel that they currently have. Where was fucking Wan'Dale? Throw him a screen.
I didn't see him all day
in front of him. Let him run a little route, a little slant route in the slot. We don't do any of this shit. We're not creative. It's like we're running plays in Tecmo Bowl. You know, when you had 4 fucking offensive plays to choose from, that's what the fucking feels like that we run.
I dominated
run
that
right,
game.
Run left, run pass, run slant. We're
Bo
done.
Jackson.
That's our offense.
Bo Jackson, up, right, left, up, right. You got to that.
I gotta tell you, this is the time where we got to see Jalen Hyatt.
Yes.
So Dan Duggan just reported that the Giants will remain in-house for the wide receiver for the Malik neighbors. Yeah, you can't give these two lame ducks.
You can't go to Odell Beckham and
trade for Chris Olave or whoever the fuck they're looking for,
or sign Odell Beckham. It's
no, hold on. Can't do that.
Chris Olave is young as fuck. All right,
he's got 15 concussions.
Right,
and you'll see him.
You don't even know where he is right now, Jules.
What are you talking about? He's going to play against us on Sunday. Chris Olave.
Yeah.
First of all, the Saints ain't trying to trade him. All
right? No, they ain't. It's not a rookie deal. Why would they trade him?
Let's be real here, right? Like that
I don't know who made that up.
It's a name I saw. It is a name I saw. It's not a name I made.
No. Yeah, because Giants Twitter just makes up names.
Yeah. So I think I would like to see Wan'Dale get more involved. I like Slayton. I've liked Slayton his entire career.
He's gonna have to step up.
He's gonna have to step
Johnson,
up.
bro.
And and I also
heard
Theo Johnson.
He had to play Theo.
But I also heard they're gonna look at who was the little guy in the trading camp? What was his name? Little Jordan Humphries. Little Jordan
Humphries. Okay.
Yeah, I heard they might elevate him and they might go that. This is according to Dan Duggan today. So we'll see. I don't know. Jackson Dart's gonna have a wide receiver room that I thought was pretty thin to begin with. I said after Neighbors, you had 2 guys that had their roles, but I'm like, after that, I don't believe in Jalen Hyatt. I really don't. I don't
Nobody
think
does.
He's a football player. And I don't like that he demanded a trade at the beginning of the offseason. Like, where do you get off? Like, I really have a problem with these receivers. Like, like Slayton, that's a teammate I like. That's a guy that fights for the blue and wears his, he's just not, he's got quiet.
So do me a favor.
It'd be nice for him to step up.
Name a superstar wide receiver that's Darius Slayton's personality.
Give me a moment.
A nice guy.
Give me a moment on that.
I have like 2 maybe.
It's definitely not Tyreek.
It's not a prima donna that doesn't demand the football.
Tyreek's an asshole.
It's not Tyreek. It's not Jamar Chase. It's not even fucking T. Higgins. Because he was fucking being a bitch when he wanted his fucking payday, and he got it. And that's why they still have no offensive line, and that's why they suck.
Oh, I got one. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper, he had 3 good seasons. Let's
yeah, it's true. You're right. He's not that great.
Oh, so we're talking about a bona fide elite guy.
Yeah, and he's still current. I think he's still current.
I'll give you one. I'll give you a good one.
T.O.
Terry McLaurin.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? He just fucking helped out, bro. He wanted to get paid at 31 years old after finally having one double-digit touchdown.
He's had a pretty good career.
Yeah, like he's never really said anything big.
He was a Keenan McCardle. Guys, remember Keenan McCardle?
Yes.
Right? Real good. That's who he is.
Keenan Allen.
No, I'm talking stars, bro. I'm talking stars.
Keenan Allen's a star.
Keenan Allen might be a Hall of Famer.
He's a star, man.
I'll tell you who I was thinking of.
You know who Keenan Allen is,
I wanted
right,
this guy, and he had like 10 receivers drafted over him. He played at USC, and he wrote down the names of every single wide receiver that fucking got drafted over him so that he could remind them every time he played that team that they There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like a guy like that? Because
14.
honestly, there ain't too many of
He
him
does,
around.
he does talk a lot of shit.
He
He talks
does.
a
Obviously,
lot
but
of
that's
shit.
the whole.
He does
That's my
talk out.
point. These guys do that. Garrett Wilson does it, right? Jamar Chase.
Garrett Wilson's a good one. Garrett
Justin
Wilson's
Jeff-
a good. That's a good
I see him
teammate.
going nuts on the sideline last night.
Dude, if you're Garrett Wilson, I can't believe you haven't gone postal yet. Garrett Wilson's had some bad quarterback play. He's had some bad quarterbacks.
Right.
The league had 5 last year in his rookie season.
He has Justin Fields right now.
That's
I feel
a
bad
what
for
a
that
fool.
guy.
Listen,
Yeah,
that was a
bad.
coaching decision. All
That
right?
is
That's a
terrible. We're
coaching
gonna get
decision.
there later with the picks, but Jesus Christ, that's so bad.
That's so bad.
All right, so all right, moving on. Preview for the Giants Saints game. That's a tough one. The Giants open up as a 1.5 point favorite. Now they down like underdogs a
down.
1.5 or some shit.
Because Malik is definitely out.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody knew that. Like, I don't know. The Giants
still optimism.
Giants haven't won in
ATL.
Giants haven't won in New Orleans since '93, right?
Oh my
Has it
God.
been that
Shit
long?
like that. It's been like
I know Drew Brees used to kill us.
even when we scored 80 points, he'd score 85. Like
You're talking about the David
like
Wilson game, right?
Oh my God. It was
David Wilson
crazy.
ran like 300 yards that game, and we still lost.
It was crazy.
I think the final score was like 63-60.
It's I don't know, man. But I tell you, going into New Orleans, you think the Giants should win, but losing neighbors hurts, man. I don't know how our offense is gonna look. I know our defense is gonna be playing good, but Rattler, the dude just makes plays for the Saints. He scores fucking points. I watch every Saints game. They cover fucking pretty much every game. It's ridiculous. They covered against the Bills. Meanwhile, I told you guys that. You got to watch it. They're a sneaky little fucking team. They run the ball. The only way
they're 0-4.
Yeah, I know, but they're in games, Jules. They're competitive.
They're competitive. They can play.
They are.
We can go 0-17 as long as we're competitive. You're happy with that season?
No, but
hell no.
We could lose to them next week.
Right. We can. So, what do you expect the Giants? I expect the Giants to play a good defensive game again. I expect to hold the Saints about 17 points, right? At most 17, 16, right around there. Can the Giants get 20 points on the Saints? I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is a game I would not want to bet.
If I could say, I think one guy that has to be critical and we need to lean on him is Singletary. I think Scatterable, I don't know if he's going to be a bell cow. Not yet.
He looks like it because Singletary came in the game. He just looks garbage. I'm like, why
is he had a couple of good runs.
I think I like a committee approach.
40.
I always did. We won championships with the committee. I think Singletary, he was a starter in this league. He shared time with other guys. I think we need to run the ball. We need to run the ball. And it can't be just Scatterable. I think
the other problem is, too, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the fact that Tyrone Tracy got hurt. And he would have been an awesome compliment.
When is he slated to come back? When is?
I don't even know. No
one
knows.
Well, it's supposed to be 3 weeks or some shit. They were saying.
We need Tracy back. I like Tracy.
Before that, that's what's missing. At least if we had Tracy for this game,
we would have a weapon
to mix it up.
Yeah,
we'd be able to give a nice little 1-2 punch, a quick
little bit
to Wan'Dale, a little bit to Theo, and we'd be in the game. We'd be competitive, and then Jackson running. But we don't. So we lost Tracy. Then we lose Malik. We fucking have to throw a rookie quarterback in there. I mean,
gotta have something. What about
we also can't keep making these fucking excuses because you know what? There's other teams in the league that are constantly hurt and they win games. They find a fucking way to win a game, man.
Coaching.
Yeah, exactly. So this is gonna be a true test of what Dable and Kafka got.
What about
they could put up, like you said, 21 plus points against the Saints and New Orleans, pull out a fucking win for the first time in 3 decades, whatever the fuck it is. That's going to say a lot of volume because I'm going to tell you this much. We lose this game and then have to play fucking the next 2 out of 3 against Philly, bro.
And a trip to Denver.
With Denver wedged in between.
Yeah,
and Philly on a short week, too.
Come on, dude. Yeah,
go to that
Thursday
game.
Night game at home. Come on.
We should go to that game. All right. Yeah. I mean,
I will say this. For Jackson Dart, he needs to follow up what he did on Sunday with a victory in New Orleans. You have to follow up.
It's all for nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You have to go win in New Orleans. I don't
first
care
road
how
game.
you do it. You got to go win because, like Jules just said, you got Philly, Denver, Philly on a short week, and then I think it's Detroit and
It's
They
gonna get
start
bad.
coming out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like we're like the schedule continues to be brutal on
But
us.
this is his first road game, so you kind of gotta.
But this is the one you circle. This is the one you circle. And you're like, I gotta get this. I gotta get this.
On
Because
paper, we're more
the
talented.
49ers. It's the 49ers at home after that Eagles.
Ugh,
All right. Then
fucking
at
brutal.
Chicago, and then Green Bay, Detroit.
That's brutal.
Green Bay, Detroit.
And then in New England, where they have a really good defense.
I tell you what, Malik Neighbors getting hurt this year might not be the worst thing if you don't get hurt in the future, because this year we probably don't need him anyway. Because where are we really going? This kid just give Dart experience. You know, this is where we come down to.
The kid
can't get hurt
because there's no going back at this point.
True.
Moving forward, I like him not to be Daniel Jones and run around like crazy.
That is his game,
just
though.
Throw the ball. Nah, fuck that. Why just you can't be a pocket passer anymore? Why is that like not a thing anymore? Have you seen quarterbacks play in this league? Like Josh Allen, I'm waiting for Josh Allen to get popped. I don't know if you heard Lamar Jackson got popped.
But he always gets hurt, Lamar Jackson.
I'm waiting on two guys to get popped. Your boy Josh Allen. I'm waiting for him to get popped because he needs something to level him.
Hater, bro.
Yo, is he a Giant? Is this not a Giants podcast? Hater, please. You guys are.
Well, we don't play the Bills, bro. We're in the NFC.
I could care less.
Jaden Daniels get popped.
And I'm not. You didn't let me finish. Right? You didn't let me finish because you keep saying hater.
You got to go Josh Allen first instead of starting with the division or our next opponent. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts needs to get popped with his stupid tush push. Somebody needs to level that motherfucker. You know, him, Jaden Daniels already is dealing with knee stuff.
Yeah.
You know, his time's coming. I told Malarzik, your time is up. Your luck is running out.
Malarzik is a Redskins fan for people that are listening.
And my hate for Josh Allen, I like Josh Allen, but my hate for him is that every freaking New York fan, both Jets, Giants, I'm going to have my kid be a Bills fan. I'm going to get a Wyoming jersey. I'm going to like the Bills. People are a disgrace to the Giants nation.
Listen, hold on. I've said this in the past, and I'll say it fucking forever. I always rooted for another quarterback in the league. All right. Dan Marino to fucking Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck and now Josh Allen. I've been rooting for Josh Allen for like 7 fucking seasons already. So stop. All right. That's what I do.
Why?
Because I like to root for players on top of my team. Why can't I like another player from another team, right?
You can tell me and Jules got Josh Allen as our fantasy quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know who my second favorite quarterback is? Jameis Winston. You know who my third favorite quarterback is? Russell Wilson. Yeah, Giants, baby.
Exactly.
Tommy Cullins.
You know what the greatest wide receiver all the time is Odell Beckham.
All right. So go Giants. Jules, you want to wrap this up so we can go into the pick segment?
Oh, fuck it. We're going to the pick section. All right. That's what we do good because this Giants team is difficult to talk about. I tell you, injury, loss after loss. Fuck it. Let's go Giants and beat the fucking Saints.
Go Giants.